Hello and welcome to Secret Calls on Infidelity Whispers, where stories of love loss and the pursuit of truth come to light. Tonight we dive into a tale of betrayal not from a stranger, but from someone who was meant to be a partner in life. Each story shared here is raw, real, and unfiltered. And if you're new to the show, be sure to follow our channel so you never miss a call that might mirror something you're going through. And if you believe in the healing power of truth, don't forget to share these stories. Someone out there might need to hear them more than... I'm your host, Sophie, and tonight we're taking a call that's not just heartbreaking. It's a journey of self-discovery and painful choices, because sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones we make for our own future, and they come with the most difficult sacrifices. Let's pick up the line. Hello, you're live on Secret Calls. Who's this?
Yes. Hello, I have a question. I am married and have 2 children. Recently, my husband and I have been having conflicts and arguments, and I'm feeling very sad. My husband says I don't work and just stay at home, living off him. My mother-in-law thinks the same way. The family on my husband's side judges me as useless, saying I can't do anything. So, I decided to find a job. I worked for a while and then met a man, 7 years younger than me. He is unmarried. He also showed concern for me when he saw how hard I was working and started helping me. After some time, we developed feelings for each other. Someone from my husband's family who lives nearby found out and reported it to my husband. So my husband forbade me from going to work anymore. Despite this, my relationship with the other man continued. We went on dates, had drinks, and eventually we had sex. After that, he said he would take care of me in the future and asked me to divorce my husband and marry him. I thought he was joking, but he was serious. I asked him how he could prove his love for me, and he said he would take me to meet his family. He introduced me to his family and told his mother that I already had a family with 2 children, but there were issues in my marriage. His mother agreed, but I couldn't bear to leave my children. I am very upset about the situation in my family. I want to ask the program, should I divorce my husband and be with this man?
I see your voice sounds very young. How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
And this guy's only 21, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's very young, isn't it? How many times have you been to a motel with him?
Just once.
Oh, only once. How long ago was it?
About half a month ago.
So after that, did he ask you to meet again?
He only calls me on the phone, usually 10 times a day.
Has your husband found out about this?
My husband only knows that someone has feelings for his wife, but he says he doesn't care about young people like that. He told me to stay home and look after the children, not go to work anymore. He said if I want to do something, I should do it at home with his mother.
So basically, your husband doesn't take this seriously, right? He doesn't care, but the situation has gone quite far now, and it could lead to losing his wife. Now, Dr. Carter will talk to you about this.
Yes, thank you.
Hello there. Before you married your current husband, did you have strong feelings for each other? Did he care about you?
Yes, we loved each other a lot. It was just that recently I had my second child, and our family faced financial difficulties. Occasionally we had arguments, but nothing too serious.
See, you and your husband once loved each other a lot, had 2 children, and were happy. But it seems that after having kids, especially so close together, you became busy with them and couldn't go to work. Financial struggles came into play, and that led to occasional arguments. It wasn't anything too dramatic, right? Even when you went to work and your husband heard rumors that a young man was interested in his wife, he just told you to stay home and take care of the kids, instead of fighting with you, right?
Yes, my husband just heard what others said, but he trusts me. There's nothing serious.
Well, that's good then. So the situation isn't as bad as you might think, right? Now, do you think a lot about this 21-year-old guy?
Not too much. He's still young. He just says he will take care of me. But I think about my children a lot. But sometimes I also think about it because my mother-in-law always scolds me. Even though I'm in a separate house, it's still on my husband's family's land.
Do you really believe that this 21-year-old guy will marry you and bring you happiness?
I do believe it. He only has his mother, and after talking to her, she agrees with him.
Does his mother know that you're married with 2 children and older than him by 7 years?
Yes, she knows. She said if he's not compatible with me, she wouldn't force him.
A 21-year-old guy with many potential girlfriends, yet he decides to marry a woman who's 7 years older, has a husband and 2 children. He may seem very romantic, and he might not have gone through the struggles of family life yet. Some sex experiences with you may make him feel that this is all it takes for happiness, but to maintain a happy family life is not that simple. Even you and your husband, though you were in love with 2 kids and despite having a home, still went through some difficult times. Now, do you think this 21-year-old can really support you and your children? He might not even be able to afford enough for himself, let alone you and your children. When people are in love, they can make all kinds of promises, but from promises to reality is a huge gap. You need to understand who you are in this situation. These emotional sparks are nothing compared to what you already have. Many people, after leaving their spouse for someone new, end up in a situation where they sold their cow to buy a frog, losing everything they had for something uncertain. And in the end, they don't even know what the future holds. But right now, you have a husband, 2 kids, and your family isn't bad. Think about what you already have, and don't rush to throw away valuable things.
I understand now. Thank you so much.
Right now, you're only 28 with 2 children. You're still very young, and you need to work harder to stabilize your family. At 28 with 2 children, you can't just wait around. You need to contribute to the family, even if it's staying home to take care of things. If you can't go out to work, share the household responsibilities with your husband and mother-in-law. Help lighten the load in the family. Your husband works hard to support the family. His mother also feels sorry for him, so when she says, "You stay home, but your son is the one working hard to support the family," she does it out of love for her son. So if you share some of the work with your husband and mother-in-law, you will feel less burdened.
I understand now. Thank you so much.
Don't think that this 21-year-old will bring you happiness. What you feel now is just a fleeting emotion. Family life needs more than that. This new feeling might seem exciting, but in the end, it's just like a glass of sugar cane juice. It quenches your thirst for the moment, but life needs much more than that. Be careful. Don't let this 21-year-old guy make you fantasize about something unrealistic.
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much.
That's right. You have a husband right now, and he still loves you. He's not perfect, but at least he's here. Don't dream of something uncertain, but look at what you have. I hope you make the right decision for yourself and your family.
Did you hear Dr. Carter's advice clearly? I hope you'll find peace and warmth from your family.
Yes, I understand now. Thank you. Goodbye.
And that's a wrap for tonight's call on Secret Calls. A heartbreaking journey of love, sacrifice, and the heavy weight of difficult decisions. It's a reminder that sometimes the hardest person to confront is ourselves, and the choices we make can shape our future in ways we never imagined. If you've been touched by tonight's story, or if it's made you reflect on your own life and relationships, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who might need to hear it, because truth and healing start when we open up and connect. And remember, if you've ever been in a similar situation or just need someone to listen, we're here for you. Our line is always open, and we want to hear from you. Sometimes the act of sharing your story is the first step to finding clarity. So be sure to follow Secret Calls, and if tonight's call sparks something inside you, or if you're going through something similar, don't hesitate to reach out. Your story could be the one that helps someone else heal. Until next time, I'm Sophie, reminding you that no matter how tangled the web of life may seem, there is always hope for a fresh start. Take care and remember, you're never alone in this.